Welcome everyone to the LOD Perspective Season 5, Episode 4. I'm Tom Wild, and of course, I am joined by the man who is being loomed over by a cardboard cutout of one of our other co-hosts, Mr. Sit Down to Game, Hayden. How are you doing, my good friend?
Thank you very much, Tom. Not doing too bad. Thank you yourself. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It's another week. It's a bit strange because obviously we usually record this on a Tuesday. Today's actually a
Yes.
Wednesday, so it's a bit out the bloody loop. But yesterday, all three of my other co-hosts, for those who aren't aware, actually appeared as panel members on the Indie Gamers podcast live on YouTube, the Indie Games
Sure
podcast,
did.
and I was in the chat for that. Obviously, I wasn't on it myself, but mainly because you were all discussing about EGX, similar to the last episode and everything. But this time you had other people there with you, more in depth. And yeah, no, it was a fantastic show from my perspective. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was good fun. There's a lot of people on, which was quite nice. I got to speak to Ash, who I'd never met before. Obviously, seeing him every now and then on Twitter and stuff, but it was good to have a chat with him and catch up with Luke and Indy. Really, yeah. But it was all right. It was a nice little fun little chat.
Yeah.
It was a fun little
Ah,
chat.
good, good, good. So whilst Lewis is currently on mute because he's doing some very high end things, and I'm not talking about any dirty high end things. I don't know where the hell that came from. Anyway,
It's
so I
fine.
might as well roll with it. Anyway, so you may be wondering where is Paul now? Paul is he's not here. He's now donned the nickname Part Time Paul, and of course, uh, yeah, no, bless him. I think how was this? This must have been like the third time he's missed something. This is including the podcast episode that will never be
Yeah,
published.
I think it's either the second or the third time, but unfortunately, he's got some work stuff to do because he's going to be off the weekend again, gallivanting around Birmingham.
Bloody
Um,
hell, Paul.
yeah, so
Jesus Christ.
he'll be back hopefully next time, and because he was very excited to do one of his news segments. Um,
Yes.
so he'll be back for that next week, definitely.
Yes. So, as I mentioned on our X account, of course, I'm still filling in time because Lou's muted in a minute. Uh, for on our X account or Twitter, I did post an update saying that we here at the LOD Perspective, we now have a different format to the show. So, gone are the days of literally just click record and see what happens. We are now structuring it, which hopefully this will now keep us on a bit more of a on track. Don't worry, all the usual shenanigans and tomfoolery
Definitely.
that we do is still going to come around. But no, this is hopefully a bit more structured. We got obviously the news ones. We got I'm one of the clever people.
Yeah.
We're gonna have different segments which will be changing around. So one week you'll have one segment, but not the next week, and in replacement of that, we'll have something else. So the segment, as what Hayden mentioned beforehand, which Paul was particularly excited about, that will be coming back next week. Not coming back, they'll be coming around next week. So
Yes.
this week we've got two. No, I suppose we've got three
Three. Yeah.
segments here, which are a bit different than the usual guff that we usually do. So we got Wowsers in my trousers for retro. That's my personal
Oh yes.
segment. Oh yes, we've got Lews News. Not Lose News, Jesus Christ, Lews Reviews, which he'll go into in a bit, and big things have been occurring for Lou, and we're all very proud of him here. And
We
of
are.
course, we then have the return of the classic sit down to masturbate. Are you the one with that sound clip, or is
I
Paul got
have.
one?
I also have the Wowsers in my trousers sound clip. So
Oh,
it,
Hayden's prepared. Hayden is
I am
prepared.
prepared.
So,
Yes.
Lewis, you mute. Are you ready to talk to us, or are you still head down doing whatever you are doing? He's he's not listening, is he? I
I've
think
asked
he's
him to
mute.
unmute.
I think he's muted us. He has muted us. Oh
Two
yeah, he
seconds.
just
Oh,
put.
okay.
So
Cool.
he can hear us then. Fair enough then. Fair enough then. So when Lou joins us again, well, when Lou finally joins us, we'll go through his week and all that jazz. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Hayden, obviously, we spoke about the Indie Gamers podcast. What else have
Yes.
you been doing this week?
What else have I been doing this week? The usual work antics, unfortunately, but I did manage to sit down and play some more Cyberpunk. Um, I've only done another maybe half an hour to an hour, but you know what? It's a completely different game.
Hmm.
Honestly, it's so good. It's so much better than I thought it could be because I enjoyed Cyberpunk the first time round, but it's so much better. The skill trees have changed. It
Is
feels
it more?
so much more. Sorry, go on.
Is sorry, just very quickly. When you mentioned the skill tree, is it a little bit more easier to like?
Yes,
Yeah, good, because that was
you
one of my big
can.
complaints for the
Yeah,
original.
you can now take skill points out of the ones you've selected, put it in something else.
Oh,
It's in
nice.
a line and it goes up gradually. It's it's so much more user friendly. They've removed the point of. Do you remember the little side missions you had where it would tell you if it was easy, hard, or very
Yeah, yeah,
hard?
yeah. Had that little
They're
bit. Yeah.
gone.
Oh, really?
So I don't think they load them in now till it's you're the certain level, or they've just made it the level cap is the how what the mission is.
To be fair, that does sound quite ideal because I always found it was just completely like when you go on the map, clustered of just
Just
full of cycle.
clustered, yeah.
Yeah, just massive.
No, I am absolutely really enjoying Cyberpunk now, and the driving is so much better, so
Mm.
much better. Honestly, I can actually turn the car around without having to go boop, 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 boop,
Hey,
boop.
try doing that on Stadia with shitty connection.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah. So,
So, for anyone listening, honestly, if you've not given Cyberpunk a go after the 2.0 update, I would highly recommend. As said, only played an hour or 2 hours, but still worth it.
I mean, hearing the
Still worth
excitement in your
that.
voice, it must be good.
Yeah, still worth that go again. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Did you do anything else this week?
No, that's it. Unfortunately, not
Fair
much
enough then.
else. So
Fair enough
apologies.
then. And of course, Mr. Big Shot Lou, are you with us now? He's waving. No, he's still muted because
He's not. I've unmuted him.
he must have muted himself with his own microphone. Literally, this is it. This is the whole show. It's just going to be us two talking guff, and Lou's just going to be reacting with his face. There we go. There's a little cheeky smile.
There you
Blah de blah de blah.
There we go. Lou's
Okay,
back.
I'm here. I'm here.
He's there.
Hey.
Hey, don't worry, Lou. We were only kidding. How are you, buddy?
Really good.
Good. How's your
Really
week
good.
been? What have you been playing? What have you been up to? We know you've
Okay.
been up to quite a
So I can finally talk about it. I've been playing Ghost Runner 2,
bit.
No, you haven't.
and I did a review for it. I was given a non-disclosure agreement. I wasn't allowed to talk about it. I wasn't allowed to tell anyone. Do you know you can't even see my achievements I've unlocked? I can't even see them because it's
Really?
not
Wow.
open to actually able to see them.
That's actually quite a nice little
The
feature.
game
That is.
is not released yet. It was only yesterday that they allowed people to start talking about it.
Oh,
So the embargo was lifted yesterday. I've had it for a week. It took me 14 hours to complete, and oh my god, it's my game of the year.
Confidently, you can say
brilliant.
that Ghost Runner
hmm
2 is your game of the
So
year.
far, it's my game of the year.
Amazing. And of course, folks, I haven't read the whole thing of it because I had to read it sporadically throughout the
It's
day.
over 1,887 words.
There we are. But I must admit, it is a very good, easy read. Lou's writing is phenomenal, as well as the formatting of it as well. Very easy to flow through as well. So, Lou, so far, it's been a fantastic review, and we'll get more in depth into your review and your thoughts of the Ghost Runner for your segment in a bit for Lou's reviews. But other than Ghost Runner 2, have you done anything else? I mean, we already spoke
Um,
about the indie
yeah.
podcast and everything,
So
but
another game I've been playing is Spyro. Thank you,
Uh,
Hayden, for letting me use your
you're
copy.
welcome. You're welcome.
So I completed Spyro 1, so I thought I'd return and
you're right there. You're smiling.
yeah, I love getting emails from amazing people.
Oh,
Course.
Lou, everyone wants a piece of you, don't they?
Ooh,
At the minute, do you know what? I feel blessed. I feel like my dad's really watching out for me now.
He's right
course
there
he is,
with
mate.
you, buddy. He's right there
Yeah,
with
man.
you. You can feel
So
it.
I was playing Spyro Reignited, and I had a nice lot of people watching me and interacting with me, and it's nice that people are taking time out of their day to let me make their day just turn a little bit better.
Good, man.
A new game I got, which I haven't got to start yet. I was going to do it today, but I've been so busy. And guys, be my guest to play it as well. It isn't actually it's out now, so you can buy it, but it's
Okay,
called
cool.
The Seventh Guest, and it's a VR horror, but it's more of like an escape room sort of thing. And it looks phenomenal. Like the graphics on it looks more realistic than computer.
Oh,
Nice.
very nice.
So check it out. I'm gonna be away for a few days, so I won't have access to my games, of course. So
Quick, get in there
enjoy.
now, Hayden.
Yeah.
But
I'm doing
yeah,
that. Quick.
so yeah, no, just at the minute it just seems like gaming and writing reviews is my thing. I mean,
You enjoy-
I've applied for two more codes. One being the new Smurfs,
Oh,
Very
nice.
nice.
and another one being the new Hellboy game.
God, he's really
is.
it seems like that you have just shot up through the ranks so quickly as well. And that's
This
a credit
past
to your
2
work.
weeks, yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, but you guys are coming with me.
we've already spoke about this off camera and off mic. So we thank you, Lewis, and we're very grateful that you're not going anywhere and you're not joining anybody else's podcasts or anything.
Oh no! I'm staying on this. I'm not going
Good
anywhere.
man. Good man.
Good.
So
I gotta bring these amazing people onto the show so we
Oh,
can
I
so
thought
we
about
can
this
like
then.
to be honest, Hayden, I thought the same thing. Lewis is going on a like a binge of just inviting all these top priority people, top level people, and they're all going to be like, "What the?"
well, we are going down the more professional route now. I mean,
Yeah.
we're still gonna have our side to our things where we're dicks, but
F-?
why would you want to come on a show where we're not?
exactly?
And
Exactly.
that's why we've got the segments, because we've got a list of people we're going to be bringing onto the show. So
Big
And
things are actually happening in the 5th season of the LOD perspective, and
and
it's
we've
quite
got
exciting.
more. But if you want to know, you got to wait till the end.
Oh,
no,
it's exciting! It's so exciting!
I hate that
Oh,
Paul's not here.
it is a shame.
Because he's literally like the one person I always want to tell these things to. It's
Sorry.
like no, it's just like he's been there from the
Sorry,
beginning.
would this be better
Is it
for you?
teabagging?
Is that better?
No, it's just I wanted him. It's one of them things. It's like he's when he says me, he's proud of me. It's like I need to hear that. It's weird. I need to hear
Of
it.
course.
Like an obsession with me at the minute.
Hey, we're all very proud of you, and I know
We
all
are,
of our
man.
listeners are very proud of you. If you're proud of Lewis, put a comment in this podcast or
Join our
send it
OnlyFans.
DM. Join our OnlyFans, where we've actually organized today that we're going to be playing Call of Duty, all 4 of us. And whenever one of us dies, we're going to have to take off a layer of clothing.
I'm gonna be wearing
It's true.
17,000 jumpers.
I'm going to wear underpants, and that's it.
Oh, you're confident. You are so confident, Hayden. I'm going to wear a onesie.
So you can just unzip.
Oh Christ! There goes our viewership. No, so a lot of big things and OnlyFans. Yeah, okay. But no,
Or
in serious.
Patreon. That's probably less getting us in
To be
trouble.
fair, Patreon. If people want to, then I'm pretty sure we can probably do something.
And I have a friend who's a famous set designer, and I mean she's famous, very famous. And she has a t-shirt business.
Oh,
Who's actually making me some clothes to wear for her.
bloody
Ooh,
hell!
very nice.
What is it?
And
What's
that's
got
where
it?
that's where I'm gonna be these next few days. I'm going to her house.
Very nice.
But you
I've
said
been
you're
in-
going to a Halloween party.
Yeah,
Rude.
it's hers.
I know. Joking.
So are you dressing
So-
up in the t-shirt she's making you?
No, I'm wearing my sliver. I've got the entire slivering thing now. I've got the trousers. I've got the robe which I already had. I've got the wand.
Considering your fucking Amazon Alexa commands for the lighting is all the fucking Harry Potter things, I'm not surprised you're
True.
Slytherin. Bloody hell, man.
Maybe one day I'll get to be on the movie. Oh wait, no, we can't.
That's
They
not
know.
what I thought you were gonna say, but sure.
I mean, yeah, why not? You can Lou Langton as Harry Potter, Harold.
Lewis
Sorry,
Langton.
Lewis Langton as Harry Potter. There we go. All right, so gents, we've had our little weekly recap. I'll quickly brush over my week. Been pretty
Oh
good.
yes, Tom, what did you get up to?
Thank you. Literally, the only thing which I've been doing is anticipating for probably my game of the year, City Skylines 2. Came
Have you
out.
played
Yes.
it yet?
I played bits of it when I was listening to the podcast which you guys were doing last night. So I started the game. I'm already in love with it. There's been a bit of hoo-ha online where it's like, oh, 30 frames per second. Why are you that whole thing? But they made a very good point, which I totally believe, is that these type of city builder games, they really don't need 60 frames per second, because quite a bit of the action you're seeing, any kind of bit of like flowing action, you're seeing from a bloody massive distance anyway, because
Yeah.
you're literally overlooking the city. And of course, when you're scrolling in a bit, if you want to have a much more of an in-depth look, yeah, okay, I get that. But majority of the time, it is quite zoomed back. I absolutely love it. I made my own. It's weird. I have like my own little method to these types of things. Yes, Lou?
Guess who wants to listen to our podcast right this second?
Stubbs.
Ash. Billy Bust Up.
Billy Bust Up. Ash wants to listen to this podcast. Get him on. No?
And yeah,
All right, then.
she's asked me to send her all the links.
Oh my god. But there we go. There's another viewer. If you're listening to this, we'll love you. Anyway, so back to City Skylines. I have this little thing where I test it. I got my own tester map. It went incredible, and I started my own proper Let's Play City yesterday after doing like an hour of trials. And I've named my city the IBSC, which is the Itty Bitty Shitty City.
You did what?
my
nice.
city.
I like
my
it.
city. Yeah. So Lou again. My city is the IBSC, the Itty Bitty Shitty City.
I'm not even gonna.
Well, I thought it was quite nice.
Did we speak? I had my little fanboyism last week, wasn't it? For Ash.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Was it the EGX one I did?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the EGX one
you
last
did.
week,
Yeah, you mentioned. I remember you mentioning Ash. Yeah, bringing up Ash. So whilst Lewis is doing his dealings,
We had 10 comments on that as well.
Wasn't that all Stubbs?
To be fair, we had quite a lot of views on that last video, so
mostly Stubbs.
I knew it was Stubbs.
And Daz.
Oh, well, there goes my excitement.
Joking,
I'm
Stubbs,
kidding,
we love
Stubbs. We do love you, man. We really do. Anyway, I think all the introductions and our weekly recaps are now finished. I think we could probably jump into some of the news items that we got. Looking at the segments we got here. So quite a few little bits and pieces have come up. Hayden, anyone in particular from the news pieces that we've got take your fancy?
Yeah.
Want to discuss
Shall we start with the Xbox Partner Program, as it literally aired?
Oh Christ!
At this moment,
I forgot about
that. 2 hours ago, so almost 3 hours ago. Lewis, don't know if you saw anything of it. There was
half and half. I was in a business call.
Yeah, of course.
It's so fucking high and mighty now, isn't it?
No, in a business call. I'm so sorry.
Oh Christ! I'm so sorry.
We're joking.
So, so the developer thing, Majig.
Yeah, it was showing off what Xbox had partnered in. Not Spanky. That's going to be an upcoming LOD plays. Keep an eye out.
You're not going to want to miss that.
No. So there was one called Icaro Will Not Die. I believe. You know what? I can't fucking remember what it was about.
There was so many. To be fair,
there was a few.
There was quite a few that was shown. I'll let you Google what it is, and I'll just quickly just do a little brief recap. It was pretty much just like a little showcase of all these little bits and pieces of games that will be coming soon. I don't think that many were actually going to be promoted as coming onto Game Pass. Of course, that can all change. But for me, there was one thing which stood out. Well, actually, to be fair, there was like mainly three. One, Alan Wake 2. I still need to play Alan Wake 1. Shoot me. But it does look amazing, and it has
does
kind of
look
like
amazing.
it has wanted me because I don't know the Alan Wake story. I really don't. But seeing all the tidbits from Alan Wake 2 just made me be like, right, I need to play Alan Wake 1. So that's kind of kicked me into gear to wanting to do that. Then of course RoboCop. That's probably one of my biggest ones, which I'm looking forward to, which was out next month, isn't it?
Yeah, November 2nd. Yeah, literally, really right
Holy
around the
mo-
corner.
Oh my
Yeah, well, you
god.
guys might be able to play it very soon, so good luck.
Lou, he's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. No.
But
So
that's not
RoboCop,
100% because I didn't apply for this one. This was someone else who applied for this one for me.
hell, you never know. So of course
Can I ask you a
RoboCop was
question just because I don't know? What is
go ahead.
RoboCop?
RoboCop is like no, you're
No,
shitting me,
I'm
aren't
being
you?
He's
dead
a
serious.
robot that's
What?
a cop.
No, but like how many movies is there? Because I got told to watch all the movies before
There
playing the game.
was the original trilogy.
Oh, it's
To be fair,
free. Okay.
there was like the original trilogy. Then I think they did like a TV show of it.
They did, and it was a flop, I
Okay,
believe.
so don't watch
Yeah,
the TV show. Got it.
and there was like a 2014 or 2013 remake of it where it was just too high tech. It looked crap. But no, to be honest, Lou, just watch the first one, if you ask
They're
me.
just classic 80s, like sci-fi-ish thing. Yeah.
It's
Is it 70?
it shouldn't
80s?
be good. I think it was 80s. It shouldn't be as good as it is in my mind because the idea, the concept is pretty naff. But I think looking at it as someone who wasn't born in the 80s, I didn't grow up with it. Looking back at it, I think it's just such a fun little film to watch. But this game, I got high hopes because that Terminator game, Terminator Resistance, was it? Uh,
Yes.
you
I think
sounded
so.
so confident with that, Hayden. I loved it.
I don't know. Sorry.
Well, the Terminator game, which came out, that was something very similar, first person shooter type thing. Obviously, you're not the Terminator in it, but it exceeded my expectations. And I think it was up there for my game of the year.
Terminator Resistance. Yeah.
Boom.
2019.
Yeah. So it was really up there for one of my game of the years. I really enjoyed it. And if it's anything like that, then it's gonna be great. But the thing which is really took my liking is Manor Lords. Manor Lords.
Manor Lords are quite
Manor
good,
Lords.
to be
Okay,
honest.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of confused whether it was Lord's Manor. But no, Manor Lords, it's a like medieval city builder. Considering you've already heard my game of the year for City Skylines 2, you know that's going to be something which is like just piqued my interest. So I'm looking
It
forward to that one.
reminded me of a lot of like Mana Blade 2 and Mana Blade 1.
Mm.
That kind of type of
Oh
game. But
yeah.
yeah, it looked interesting. So
Yeah, no, I mean,
definitely
of
good.
course, those type of games aren't for everyone, but for me, that's something which is like my GTA 6 type thing, you know?
Mhm.
So they're the three which kind of really stood out for me, but everything else, it didn't look like there was one bad game or game
No.
which didn't not pique my interest or something that I wouldn't want to try at least, you know? So it all looked very, very good, very crisp, very clean, all the games. And I'm really looking forward to trying some of these new games and playing the ones which the aforementioned I'm very excited for. Hayden, which one stood up for you, mate?
Well, I'm going to start off with one that Lewis I knew is going to be excited for and have wowzers in his trousers. They showed some of Still
Yes.
Wakes the Deep.
Oh, what
looked
the one that's set on the oil rig?
Oil rig. Yeah.
It's got me
It
the giggle.
looks scary as fuck.
Really?
forgot
Can I
about-
just quickly
yeah,
watch
yeah.
a trailer?
I forgot about
Go
that
for
one.
it. I won't go for
Can
it.
you
Yeah,
mute it for me? Mute me.
He'll
Talk
mute
about
you,
me.
don't worry.
I'll mute you.
Yeah,
Wash
just this once.
your pants. So yeah, they showed some Still Wakes the Deep, and it looks scary as shit. You're being chased by something, you're not sure what, you don't see in the trailer.
Even better,
and
because now there's that
yeah.
element of what the fuck is chasing me.
Yeah. And then there was this weird thing in the middle, but I'm not really sure what it was, but it looks scary as fuck. It looks like really immersive and quite an
Sorry,
interesting game.
when you're talking about it and Lou's watching the trailer, for everyone who's watching on the YouTube version, just watch his face, and I guarantee he'll probably like have some sort of expression. Please continue, Hayden.
Yeah. Then there was RoboCop. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like how it looked. I thought
Really?
it looked his
I told you. I
face.
told you he's gonna have some sort
Wait,
of facial
that's
reaction.
going to be on Game Pass?
Yes.
Yes, it is, man. Woo!
RoboCop's going on Game Pass?
Oh, is it?
No, we thought we were talking about the oil rig one.
The oil rig one still wakes deep. That's what you're on about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about RoboCop.
No, he just
Oh,
moved on to
I was going to
RoboCop.
say, oh, for fuck's sake, like, I'm going to be reviewing that.
No, I don't think so.
I
Doesn't
knew
say
that
it's
wouldn't have
gonna be
fucking...
Sorry,
Like,
Lou.
fucking hell, Xbox. Why are you doing this to me?
Right, go watch a trailer. Or you watched it.
So, yes, sir.
He's now watching it. I think he must have been looking up RoboCop or something.
No, I thought gameplay looked good, but I just thought I know I'm going to be one of those people. The graphics don't look very good because it's on Xbox, but it's in pre-alpha, wasn't it? So it might look way better when it's released.
Exactly. It's
So-
one of those things where when it comes to these like pre-alpha type of games, you shouldn't really. No, I'm not saying you as in you, Hayden. I'm just saying in general, people really shouldn't be like looking at the graphics. They should kind of be looking at the gameplay and how it plays for those type of things. So, but I see what you mean though, in regards to like the graphics and everything.
I'm not gonna diss it. I probably will give it a go when it comes out. So I could be extremely wrong. So we'll
That's
see how
one
it
of the
is.
things. You just got to
Yeah.
give it a go when we finally get our hands to play it. Then
Yes, definitely.
and yeah, and then then we can give like our final thoughts on like the graphics and everything. But
Of
no,
course. Then there was Dungeons of Hittenberg. They showed some very pre-alpha gameplay on that. It's a roguelike dungeon crawler. It's like set in the modern era, but you go in a dungeon with swords and collect things. It looks nice. It looks like a lovely little indie game, something that you could pass the time when you've got nothing better to do and stuff. So worth giving a look if you're interested. A big one for Paul. I know he's probably going to be wowzers in his trousers for this. Spirit of the North 2.
yes, that looks very beautiful.
It
I have
looks
still
very
yet
good. Yeah.
I've still yet to play number one. I know, shoot me. But it does look very beautiful, very captivating. And I'm very interested in that, and that's kind of motivated me, kind of like Alan Wake 2, to play the first one.
The first one, yeah, and same here. And I think Paul's played the first one. I think he really enjoyed it. So
No, I
see how
don't
it
fuck
goes.
with water and heights, guys. I don't fuck with that shit. That looks too realistic.
I know, right? Looks scary as shit.
Like, if that was a VR, I think I'd die and fall in. 'Cause-
But
Definitely.
it does look good though.
oh yeah, but I don't know if I could walk across that beam,
It's
And the
not
fact that you
real.
can fall in as well, it might give me vertigo. Is it vertigo?
True.
What's that aqua fucking paranoia for water? That you think you're
Uh,
gonna drown every time you see water?
I'm not sure.
Aquaphobia.
No,
Oh,
no. It's
fucking
like
hell.
you scared of. You don't know what's under the water. It's like a really massive phobia.
Oh yeah, my dad has that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called.
It starts with an M. Not megalodon.
Fucking shark.
Megalodon, yes.
Now that's a plot twist.
Just a bit. Moving on. Metal Gear Solid. Is it a
Of
new one
course.
or a remaster? I'm not sure.
Oh, it's all the free remastered. Wait, is that going on Game Pass?
No,
Oh,
no.
oh.
To actually, fun fact. Well, not really that much of a fun fact. I believe Metal Gear Solid
Metal Series
Collection.
Gold.
Metal Gear Solid. Fuck me, Lewis. You almost fucked my head then. Is actually came out today. So
Have you bought it?
Okay, cool.
So number 1, 2, and 3 are available now on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
See, I've never been really a big fan of the Metal Gear Solids.
I've only played. It's always been.
I played that
something...
zombie one. You know that really weird one.
Oh, Survive. Is it Survive? Metal Gear Survive?
Gear Survive or something.
Survivor. That's it. I've only played a bit of number 1, but that's because it was
muted.
really cheap.
No, I've not played any.
So
Terrible.
And I played the one where you run around in a hospital. I think that was 5. I think I played 5.
number
Phantom something.
Is that the one where he's naked?
It's the one where she's that you got that woman and she's like she
Naked?
looks like no, not naked, but she does get naked in the shower with you.
She's naked.
Woo!
But basically she looks like a proper she looks like a badass like Tomb Raider kind of character, but but they did make it so her boobs bounced. So
you gotta get those
jiggle
jiggle physics in.
but she's like deadly. Like anyone that catches her is like fucking dead afterwards.
Mm.
Spoiler
Nice.
alert. That's the badass woman. She's a man eater.
I thought he was gonna say she's a man.
And then the last one that was part of it that we've not spoken about was the new arc. I know no one's interested, but I just thought I'd give it a mention.
What, 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
What, the one with Vin Diesel?
Oh, actually, you know what? I don't know. Is it that one? Or is this just
I'm gonna watch the trailer.
Yeah,
2
no,
seconds.
he was part of that Arc 2 trailer.
And then he went back to Fast and Furious because family.
Family.
But it's never said Arc 2. It's just said Arc.
Wasn't there? What didn't they say? Arc 2?
Survival Ascend. It didn't
So
say
is it-
Arc 2.
Maybe that's the name of it then. Maybe that's the full
Maybe.
name of it now. Arc 2 just sounds weird.
Hmm.
Welcome to Arc 2.
Like we
Arc?
said, none of us are going to play
Yeah.
Arc unless it's off. When you go offline, it's offline. You don't lose all your shit.
Oh man,
So-
that was just such a bad idea.
I got my house burned down
Mm.
and eaten by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I have a dragon. I'm going to log off for the night. Log on next day. My dragon is dead. Yeah.
Who the fuck came up with that idea,
You
man?
can pick up poo.
You could
Can you
do that
pick
in
up
Duke
poo?
Nukem.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you can throw it at the enemies.
I mean,
I think you used it for fertilizer. I can't remember.
John, what's the damage
Fertilizer.
points? What's the damage point of poo when you lob it at someone?
Critical hit.
Headshot.
Insta
Amazing.
kill.
Yeah, so no, I thought the Xbox partner thing was actually quite good.
No, no,
it was
fuck
quite
you. I'm not playing that at all now. You can fall in. Nope.
Are you still talking about Arc 2? Or are you still going back to the oil rig with the Megalodon?
I'm just finishing watching.
I
Cool.
see. I see. Yeah, no, I think it was a nice little recap that we just did then.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's just
Yeah, but
adds to it, man. That adds to it.
That adds to it, definitely.
Go on. Okay. So that was first bit of the news right there. Shall we mention about just a quick one, another little hilarious one. Spider-Man 2. How the hell did they get the wrong flag from Miles Morales?
I no, Lewis, do you know anything about this? Have you seen this?
You muted, dude.
Spider-Man 2 got the Cuban flag put up in the game instead of the Puerto Rican flag for Miles Morales.
Oh no,
And,
I'm trying to stay away from
apologised.
Spider-Man.
Well, it's nothing.
It's
we
not
all
a spoiler.
No,
yeah,
I
we all
literally
know.
blocked everything Spider-Man so no one could spoil it for me.
Okay, well, we all know Miles Morales is Puerto Rican, correct?
Yes, even
Somehow
in the comics, he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, the developers messed up and put the Cuban flag, which is very, very similar
In like his house.
in his house as the Puerto Rican flag, and they've gone, "We're really sorry. We're going to get a fix out as soon as possible."
How?
Wait, hang on. How? That's like confusing the Australian with the British.
Hold on, I'll put it up.
I know what you mean.
Because it's like, or put in like the Irish and the French. What's the other one that looks the same color? Is it?
New Zealand?
No, it's the orange and white.
No, Ireland.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland,
orange.
and there's another one.
Tyrus,
You're
what's
gonna
the
you-
color of your flag?
You're going to see all my. So
I
here you
didn't
go.
say that this time.
Here's the Puerto Rican flag. Here's the Cuban flag.
So they put the
didn't.
Cuban one instead of the Puerto Rican. Which,
They
to be
didn't.
fair,
Wait, ain't
now,
they
of course,
not
those-
exactly? Are they not exactly friends?
now I don't know. I don't
I'm
know
not
about
sure.
the Puerto Rican Cuban relationships, but for those listening in on the podcast side of things, Hayden was very kind to find literally a very nice picture on Google Images where it had both the Cuban and the Puerto Rican flag, and we were able to see the difference. And to be fair, it does look like someone just went on paint and just filled in.
Yeah, they just got it the wrong way around by mistake.
I know, but considering how long was Spider-Man 2 in development for, and yet they still cocked it up, it's still pretty
Yeah,
bad.
but again, that's wrong. They really need to do they really should do research
Unless it's like
Yeah.
some sort of sick
mean-
joke from someone.
That's not funny. That's
Awful,
not
wouldn't it?
like what if they did like fucking. That's like saying like, oh, they're getting like Northern Ireland and Ireland
Don't
mixed
they
up.
have the same flag?
Technically,
I don't
Northern
know.
Ireland still have the
Cyrus, you
Union
have
Jack,
the
don't
best
they,
answer
so-
to this
or the
because
Union
you
flag,
live
sorry.
over there.
Yeah. Mark, we need you here to confirm a few things for us, buddy.
Are your flags different for Lewis? Yes or no? And if they are, can you send him a direct message of what they look like? Thank you.
If not, could you send us a copy of your flag through Royal Mail so it can go over the bridge, apparently, from Ireland?
Ark Survival Ascended is part 2.
So it is
Okay,
number
cool.
2. It's just
It
not,
is number
it hasn't
2.
got, they've dropped the 2. Fair
Mhm.
enough, then. Fair enough.
What's
So-
Manor Lord? That looks interesting.
City building.
We talked
but
about
medieval.
that. Sorry. It's
Oh no, I don't like it then if it's a city building.
Wowsers.
That was quick, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Wowsers not in Lewis's trousers.
Yeah.
It wasn't a huge show then, not really, no.
I think it was only like
It was only half an
long.
hour. Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's
Hmm.
better, to be honest, than making it 3 hours long and going.
Keep it
Here's what
short
we
and
have.
sweet.
Yeah.
Keep it short and sweet. Another thing as well, speaking of short and sweet. What? I don't even know where the hell I got. Oh, well,
Short
okay. I
and
suppose...
sweet candy
Short
corn.
Okay. Short and
Jelly
sweet. Otherwise
babies.
known as... No, I'm not going to do a penis joke. Right.
Penis.
Short and sweet. PS5
Chocolate
Slim.
banana.
PS5 Slim. Now, it's actually
Yes.
recently come out that...
You bought it?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so there's apparently been some leaked packaging for the discless PS5 Slim. As you all know by now, you can buy the disc to slide next to it, and it can attach, detach, etc. Nice little feature. But it turns out that on the actual packaging, it mentions that if you were to buy a disc reader separately to the PS5 Slim to attach to it, you need an internet connection in order for this piece of equipment to pair up with another piece.
What?
Okay? How does that work? I mean, I understand if you have to like plug in a cable because it didn't. I mean, or shouldn't it? I mean, that's if it isn't gonna like click in and like slot in. Yeah, and say like this is the disc reader, and this is the PS5 Slim. Theoretically, it should just click in like that, and then you're good to go.
For those watching on the podcast, Tom has just inserted his finger into his his hole in his hand.
Oh my God. Jesus, no.
no.
Only fans. Wow. You caught me off guard there, man.
Sorry.
But theoretically, it should just slot in and work, not necessarily have a bloody.
Why is it every time he makes a dirty joke and I say it? It's...
You're allowed to say dirty jokes, man. Is it who tells you no?
Well, you laugh at me.
That's fine.
I was laughing at myself.
I know,
We'll
but when he makes like dirty jokes, he's like, like pretend it's not there. When I make it by accident, you go.
Oh. Is this like similar to like last week when you're talking about sucking things up and it was getting harder? And we were just like,
That's because we were trying to be professional until we realized, whatever.
yeah. So that
Well,
last week,
I did watch that back, and now I realize what I said sounded a bit like I was trying to.
Yes.
it was funny. It was funny though.
Oh, when you're sucking up, it gets bigger.
You
No,
can
you
suck
get
up
bigger.
Yeah, you get bigger.
And the bigger you get, the more you can suck.
Didn't you say something like you can suck children and like you're able to
No,
like?
you can suck up dogs.
How was it?
You can suck a dog up or a cat or.
No, you didn't say that. You could suck off a dog.
Well, you technically are sucking off a dog.
Bloody clip that.
Um,
Oh, fuck me.
Swings and roundabouts. So we always come back to.
I said
sucking
you
up.
can suck. You can shoot your shit. You can whatever you suck up. You can shoot at children. So once you've
Wow.
like I was shooting my load at these kids.
Right, okie dokie.
I think there's a video of I think there's a video of me going up to him going, "Here, take my load, kid."
I hope Ash doesn't listen to this now, man.
But it's true. That's what you do. You shoot the load that you suck up, and you literally just fire it all at them, and it kills them.
So Lewis massacres children with his load. Right.
With my suck 2000.
Suck up 2000.
God, my COVID.
Oh, amazing, isn't it? Just fantastic. I'm just trying to think what else we got for possible. Oh, that's right. Xbox.
Oh, and you can turn it into
There
a
we go.
unicorn as well. You can suck things up with a unicorn.
So your control. Where's your hand in regards to helping this unicorn suck things up?
On the trigger.
Hayden's just done a great visualization of the trigger for us.
You hold it with two hands because it's too big, obviously.
Oh. You love that cardboard cow, don't you, Hayden?
It's never going.
I mean, it was July. We had that. We brought that to you. And that has still been there.
It's still there.
And it's never going to go. I want, for the Christmas special, I want that fucking decked out and everything. Tinsel the lot.
Definitely. You got it.
Oh my God, yes.
Could you dangle like a bauble
I give you full permission.
Of course I will. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm surprised you haven't put a hole where my penis is.
No, why would I?
Yeah, Hayden, why haven't you? You know, we thought you'd be doing, but have the hole by now.
So you could put your finger on the other side. But...
And do a prostate exam?
No, so you
just
can
do this instead. Hold on.
There we go. Oh man.
Going back to the PlayStation thing, the only thing it needs an internet connection for is if it needs a bloody update. It doesn't need a fucking internet connection just to connect to the PS5 itself. That's stupid.
Right, yeah. To be fair, I can't remember if on the actual packaging it said that was literally if it specified that, because it just said to prepare, I swear, or something like that.
If it's prepared, fine. But if you need it, like you take it away with you to a place that's not got Wi-Fi, you try and play a game, and it's like, no.
So this is what on Twitter. Don't know if it's a reliable source or not. So it looks like it was on the side of it's written on the side of like the PlayStation box, and it says little asterisks, internet connection required to pair disk drive, and then it kind of cuts off. So I'm assuming it's disk drive and the PlayStation unit. So even if it is just an update, fine, I get it. Because these drivers probably do require updating every now and then.
Yeah.
But if it's to pair,
if it's to play, can you imagine? Oh, I'm playing Spider-Man. Boom. Oh no, my internet's gone out. My internet's gone out.
then that fucking defeats the objective of having a disc.
Wait, hang on. I'm confused now. What are you on about?
The PlayStation 5 Slim, right? You can buy the discless one, and you can buy a disc reader separate, right? Now, according to a leak of the packaging, leak of the packaging of the PlayStation 5 Slim, it specifies that if you have if you buy the disc separate and you attach it to the PlayStation 5, an internet connection is required to pair up the disc drive.
Stupid. That doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Like it's a hardware, not a software.
I know.
Like you don't. That's like getting a memory stick and saying you can't use it because you have to have an internet connection.
It's true. It is true.
It's true.
Or having a CD, like having like earphones, and you need earphones for like your phone, and they go, oh, as long as you have internet, you can use your earphone.
I mean, Bluetooth, yeah, but that's an earphone thing. But
yeah,
again,
you don't need internet for that.
I know. As I suggested, as I was demonstrating to Hayden, this is the PlayStation 5 console, and this is the disk drive. It should just slot in like that, and then you're good to go.
So is it like is it like oh, this is my disk drive, this is my PlayStation. I can't stick it together unless But if this doesn't have internet, my game crashes.
Yeah.
So you need two things connected to the internet. You need the PlayStation connected to the internet and the fucking disk drive connected to the internet.
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
And then
Doesn't
if your
make sense.
internet
Where do they
drops,
get
you
these
can't play your
ideas?
games. If that's the case.
That's fuck. I mean, I love PlayStation, but that's
What does
fucking-
it look like? Like, what does this? Is it like just a box?
Google it.
It
If-
literally looks like a lump on you can add to the side of your PlayStation.
yeah.
Why is that an idea? Why?
'Cause I know it cash
That's
grab.
like getting a fucking disk
Cash
drive that you
grab.
can stick to your PC. Oh, but you can't use it because you need all these
You
other
can
things.
get disk drives that connect to your PC, Lewis.
Yeah, but he means a disk drive, which requires internet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely bonkers. So I don't think we're gonna really say anything else other than how absolutely bananas this is. So of
Yes.
Well, it sounds like a money grabbing idea.
course it is. Same as a PlayStation Portable or portable, or whatever it's called.
What? Who's making these ideas?
Jim Ryan.
Jim
Here's a
Ryan,
bunch of
yeah.
here's a bunch of ideas. I'm retiring. Done.
I'm gonna rob your company before I go. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But if people actually buy that, they're just making this shit worse.
I know it's available on Argos for ready for pre-order.
Why? I would rather shoot myself in the testicle
With what?
with a nail gun.
Oh fucking hell! I was expecting a Nerf gun, but damn man,
Is it
Jesus.
stupid? That's like
Yeah.
having like, it's like getting a book, right?
Right.
And then going, I need pages.
You buy the fucking cover. An extra 50p per piece of paper.
Oh,
And
dear.
but if you have if you have a pen, right,
You've got to buy the ink for it.
you've got to pay for the ink, and if the ink runs out, your pen's fucked.
There we go. That's the title of this podcast, The Inkless Pen.
Got it.
That is like having like the iPad and having the pencil and going, you ain't got internet, you can't use your pencil. I have one.
They are quite nice, to be fair.
I want to get the pieces that you can attach to them.
I want to get I want to completely change my iPad and just have like the iPad Pro with a Magic Keyboard. I would so orgasm over
I
that.
have that.
You fucking lucky bastard.
No. I mean, I don't have it. Megs has it. I'll go for it.
Oh, Megs, you lucky bastard.
But she gave me this
Oh God.
in return. So it's like a case that comes with
Oh, it's a dildo. Joking.
It's a big one.
comes with this.
What is that?
It's
Ew.
it's the keyboard.
Oh, that is very, very nice.
Oh, very nice, is it?
Nice.
Why did you sound so weird? Well, no, that was me. But yeah.
Nice.
We always sound weird, Lou.
Oh,
We've been
fuck.
doing 5 seasons of sounding weird.
And look, like, yeah, I'm taking this with me. I could write reviews. May!
Ladies and gentlemen, Lou has just had a light bulb moment, and I think he's got major wowsers in his trousers.
It's got a pencil holder.
You know what?
Whilst
I think we should move on to the next segment because the news is going nowhere, isn't it? So
the news is calm and it's gone.
yeah. So shall
Like
we
Lewis.
get
Just
on
come
with
Wowsers in my trousers.
for retro?
Yes.
Tom.
Thank you ever so much for that beautiful introduction, then, Hayden. So, Wowsers in my trousers for retro. This, as mentioned beforehand, is one of our brand new segments. Lewis is fiddling around with his bag at the minute. For
Why aren't picking it up?
What? We can't hear. Have you got
Because
noise
you've got a
cancellation
noise
on?
suppressor on, yeah.
I'm making noise.
I'm making noise.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
I'm
Under-
making noise. I'm making noise. I'm making noise.
Right, that was song time with Lewis, one of our bonus segments. Join us next week where Lewis plays the shoe. There we go. It's our new segment. Every week, Lewis makes a song with a piece of item in his house. This week, it was the bag. Next week, I don't know, the shoe.
Oh my god, can we have that as Lou makes too much noise. Lou makes a noise. Song time with Lou.
Song time with Lou.
Musical items.
How to turn your everyday items into musical instruments with Lou Langton. Even though he's got this noise suppression, we still can't fucking hear.
Hang on.
So remember, folks, how I mentioned how we had segments because we were going to try and keep this more structured? Say that my left hand, for those watching, is the track, and my right hand is the train. It's fucking out of frame.
It's like this book. It's full of rubbish.
No pages. So going back to Wowsers in My Trousers for Retro, it's literally just a little segment where I'm going to discuss like a retro game of the week or something retro based because I do love my retro games. And I have been kind of thinking about doing my retro podcast, side note. Anywho, so this week's retro game, which I would like to highlight, is a blast from the past for me personally, and it was remade a couple years ago. And it is an IP which was synonymous for PlayStation back in the day, which is now surprisingly owned by Xbox nowadays. And no, I don't mean Spyro, Lou. Of course, I'm actually talking about Crash Bandicoot, but I'm not talking about the Crash Bandicoot. I don't know what Lewis is doing. I'm just ignoring him right now. Of course, I'm not
sending pictures to Ash probably.
Okay. So of course, I'm not talking about Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, or 3. I'm actually
that would
talking
be weird.
about. Why would that be weird?
Because it's like, why is he sending me pictures of weirdo?
Right, I thought you were talking about me talking about Crash Bandicoot. But in fact, actually, I'm going to be talking about Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation 1.
Oh wait, hang on. Is he doing his retro trouser wowser thingy?
Wowsers in his trousers for
my
retro,
trousers for retro, which was very kindly played in by yourself in the bag. Lou in his bag. Yes, so no,
Tom,
Crash
even I can
Team
talk
Racing.
about CTR.
Well, of course. I mean, this isn't just necessarily my. I mean, yeah, okay, my segment, but of course, you guys can join along. You can tell me.
Why did he pick that one though? Like, he's got tons of retro stuff.
Because it was something which is on in my mind, and it was just something which. It's something which I always go back to because.
Is it because it's now technically an Xbox thing?
I mean, we could do, but I mean, to be fair, if they were to put this, I know they won't put that particular version on the Xbox Game Pass. But anyway, no. So Crash Team Racing, I love this game so much. It was a staple of my childhood. I didn't have a Nintendo when I was growing up. I had the PlayStation 1. So I didn't have Mario Kart and I really didn't have Mario itself. I had Crash Bandicoot number 1. Didn't have the second or the third one. Give me a mo. And then, is that like you raising your hand for a question or is that like you're agreeing? Lou.
I would like story time.
You would like to do a story time?
No, I want you to do a story time.
Of what?
I want you to tell Hayden about the time where you smashed your game console and your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's retro.
I suppose it is kind.
He's never heard it. He's never heard it.
The PlayStation 2 one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just while we're at PlayStation.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's still technically retro. So I've gone through three PlayStation 2 consoles in my life. First one was stolen. And the second one,
who?
I don't know, my house was burgled.
Oh.
Yeah. So my second one, yeah, it was a case of like, you bastards. So, but the second one I actually broke myself. And I'm probably sure that I've told this on one of the previous podcasts beforehand.
But Hayden wasn't around.
Yeah, no, but I mean for people listening though. And I had a big like storage container. It was like one of those joke like Pepsi cans storage containers where you could just store shit in it. And I stored mine with like Lego and other bits and pieces, and it was really bloody heavy. And I can't remember what game I was playing.
I do. It was GTA San Andreas, and you was upset because you couldn't find Bigfoot.
Yes. Oh my god, of course. That was when I went through my obsession with the GTA San Andreas conspiracy theories.
You were going about to school telling everyone that you could find Bigfoot.
Yeah, which really I couldn't.
It wasn't in the game.
I know he wasn't in the game, but damn it, those people believed me when I told them. Anyway, so I think yeah, as Lewis said, because he's got a better memory than me. I got really frustrated. I was so mad I couldn't find him. So I just said, picked up this massive storage container full of just massive amount of shit, and I just lifted it up and I smacked it on my slim PlayStation 2. And the whole thing just
Ooh.
screamed at me. And I was,
Hang on,
and
I can make that noise. I can make that noise.
here we go. Lewis is making noise and he's got his bag.
Ah. Wait.
Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that at all.
That's probably the highlight of the show.
I can't make a high
Paul,
pitched
you're
scream.
missing out, mate.
That was amazing. Yeah, Paul, you really missed out on a doozy this week. So I literally smacked my PlayStation 2 with a massive storage container. It screamed at me. The disc broke in half. It was fucked. And my dad, for my birthday was like a couple of months after, and he bought me a PlayStation 2 Slim again. And and as I was opening it, he literally like crouched down to my level, and he went, "Now, if you fucking break this one, I'm not getting you another one, and I'll probably break your fucking legs."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I kept that one in near enough mint condition as I possibly could, and it's still in my house somewhere. So there's a bit of
Nice.
story time for you. But going back to the retro game of the week, I absolutely fell in love with Crash Team Racing because it was the game of my house. 4-player with the adapter that we had as well. So me, my siblings, my mum, my stepdad at the time, we could all play it, and it was something which has held so close into my heart that I just felt like I had to it had to be the first game in my mind to showcase, because it is something which I fucking stole from my friend. Like, Jesus, I stole a copy, not this copy. I stole a copy from my friend, like, oh god, that must have came out in 1999, and I must have played it in like the year 2000. So I stole a copy from my friend in like the year 2011. He knew about it, so I had to give it back to him. Sorry, Lee. So I was obsessed with it, and I love the gameplay. I think the colors, the graphics. Okay, yeah, the graphics aren't as great nowadays, but again, it was 1999. It was more pixelated, and the characters are fucking nightmare fuels nowadays. But it was such a joyous time coming home from work.
Oh, what's that noise? Oh, you're fucked. The police are here.
Yeah, I know. Arrest me, officer.
Why is it not picking up sound? It picked me up moving my chair, but you don't pick up a really high pitched screech.
You must just have that hell of an amazing sound muffler, Lou.
No, there's no
Wasn't the other
way.
day.
This thing's being really unfair today.
Well, as Lewis is complaining about his audio, the audio and the music of Crash Team Racing, though, was just legendary in my mind. All the music and all the Crash has been phenomenal. But I thought that this one was upbeat. It set the pace very nicely for all the boss battles as well.
Oh yeah, fucking.
I say boss battles, the
Yes.
boss races, because the story of it so simplistic. I just spat on my screen. So simplistic. Pretty much nitrous oxide, I think his name was, the alien. When
Yep.
his spaceship came down and he said, "Yeah, you think you're the best racers in the world? I'll show you who the best racer is." And then you do the tournament, you go through all the bosses, and you gain all the keys and the gems and everything. And eventually you go against nitrous oxide, who's a cheating bastard, by
Yes,
the
he
way.
fucking is.
Oh, fucking nightmare fuel. And it was one of those cases, as Lewis put earlier on, where you lost and you know you were going to lose. All these years later, after I've played it on this, I've played on my Vita, I've played on my PlayStation 3, I've bought this copy here, as I've already showed, and I bought a digital copy for my PlayStation because I love it that much. But it is that case of you get frustrated, but you want to keep going. And then once you do it, it's so French kiss sweet when you defeat it. And to be fair, it's one of the last, in my opinion, other than Mario Kart, it's probably one of the last great kart racing games ever. I can't, for me personally, of course. So again, it's just
it was definitely good enough to go up against Mario Kart. Definitely, it was one of those
course.
ones that could take it on.
I feel like the remake just didn't give it that same oomph.
No, it didn't. It was an updated graphics and everything. And of course, it had online play and had like extra skins for every character. But then it just, I don't know what was up with it. I refused to play it. I've seen countless of videos of it, but I refuse to play it because
Played it on the Switch.
But this holds a very close place into my heart that I don't want to
that's
ruin.
the reason as well. I didn't play the remake is because I loved the original too much as well.
As we're talking about the kart races, did you ever play the Disneyland one?
Which Disneyland one?
The Disneyland racing game.
The newest one. No.
I thought you meant Speedstorm. To be honest, I don't think I have actually.
So
I think I've seen it. Is it like just Disney kart racing?
Yeah. I wondered what the name was. That was it, yeah. It was actually Disneyland. It was sick.
Don't punch you in the face.
Oh, Disney World Magical Racing Tour. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've got it here. That's something. He's fucking going.
Lewis, I've been on that ride far too many times. I wish to admit.
Haunted.
I will kill you.
By the way.
Holy moly! Speaking of the Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour, which I'm assuming is one you're on about, doing a Lewis now. This one.
No, wait, I can't see it. No,
oh god, there we go. I'm fucking doing Lewis now with Chip and Dale at the front. That's one. Yeah, cool. 95 euros on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was French.
Amazing. But that's just a quick little highlight of my retro game of the week, Crash Team Racing. So, gents, your thoughts on it?
And Toy Story Racing was good as well.
You know what was another good racing game for the PlayStation 1? Muppets. That was phenomenal.
I never played that one. I played the Rugrats. No, not Rugrats.
Rugrats was a fucking banging game on the PS1.
Oh, the Search for Reptar one where you're in the house. I need a replay of that.
I did not like the ghosts.
Oh, the one with the Rugrats one where you with the torch. That shit me up when I was a kid.
I loved the balloon level. I didn't like the toy level.
I loved the
the cookie one was easier. That's why
I liked it. There was the sewer one where the dog.
I like the one we have to go around collecting the balloons. I did not like the one on the alien ship. And I did not like the one where you were being chased by the gorilla and you had to go turn on Reptar because he was walking towards you or something.
Nah, I mean, what's the dog's name from Rugrats? Spike? Spike. Yeah. He had a mission where you were finding Cynthia in the sewers, and it was quite difficult, but it was very enjoyable.
What I liked about it is it was based on the actual TV episodes as well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the one with the clowns. I fucking hate clowns.
Oh dear. So Hayden, any thoughts on this week's retro game of the week? CTR?
Crash Team Racing was one of my most played PlayStation 1 games apart from Spyro. I loved it. I think I played it through multiple times, maybe 2 or 3 times when I was young. I loved it. And I'm one of those guys where I'm going to be Crash because Crash is the main guy when I was a kid. And I played that game as Crash every time. Played it with my parents. We used to put the PlayStation downstairs, have races together. Had some real great memories with that game. Love it. Brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant game.
It is phenomenal, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, even the weaponry is it's simplistic, but it works as well. Like the TNT boxes, the nitro boxes, the rockets, the speed, simplistic little things, and a hell of a lot of charm.
Yep, I agree.
And creative levels. Such hard levels to complete, but fuck me, were they just magical and memorable.
Yes.
So no, that's the retro game of the week. That was my week's Wowsers in my trousers. I love Crash Team Racing, and it's something which I will never ever get bored of. I absolutely love it.
I kind of like this segment. It's kind of like nostalgic. Return
Yeah,
to
yeah. I mean, this is the first one, so it could be anything. It can be retro game of the week. That was just something which popped into my head, or it could be just a case of like where we just spun off into like Rugrats and shit. You know, that was fun.
What if we all had one?
like one retro game of the week? Yeah,
We could it could be a continuous segment. We'll see how it
could
goes. Yeah.
yeah. See what the audience think. Ladies and gentlemen, please let us
Stubbs,
know.
what do you think?
Yeah,
You can
Stubbs,
text
really.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
let us
that's
know what everyone thinks in the comments. If you like it, we'll carry it on. This is it.
And if you don't like it, you fuck yourself.
Um, I was
Tom does not
thinking,
mean that.
Lou,
He's just criminally insane.
because of time, I was thinking if it's okay with you, Tom and Lewis, we'll move Lews Reviews to after I'm one of the clever people
Yes, of
and
course.
see
We
if
have
we
the
have
clever
time
people.
for sit down to masturbate afterwards.
You love that
Is that
name,
cool?
don't you, Lou?
Cool. So, unfortunately, I don't have the sound clip, but it's time for I'm one of the clever people.
Wait, can I try it again?
We can all try
Oh.
whenever part-time Paul's not here, we're just gonna have to recreate Stubbs saying it.
Okay. No,
That was a very good impression, Lou.
I don't want to go first. You go first.
No, Hayden's already done his.
Oh, you go first.
You want me to go before you?
Yes.
I'm one of the clever people.
Oh, that was sick. I don't
That
think
was
anyone
actually
can beat
pretty
that.
good, to be fair.
One of the clever people. Wait, I want to try and do it now like that. Hang on. Oh, one of the clever people.
I love it, Lou.
I'm one of the clever people.
We got half an hour left of recording, and it's just going to be Lou just making noise with his zips, shoes, pens, while saying "I'm one of the clever people" repeatedly.
I think this round, I think we're gonna give it to Lou. Lou, I'm one of the clever people champions this week, mate. Well done.
Wait, why? Was it really that good?
It was really
we're
amazing.
we're
I
gonna
thought
send
Stubbs
you a
was
soggy biscuit like we do all the winners. So,
Oh, no,
congratulations.
I've eaten them. They were a bit soggy after a while, though. I sat on them.
Oh dear God, Lou.
Okay, so good job. I've got some cookies down here. I'll send you a soggy cookie. There you go. Enjoy.
Have you tried the white chocolate digestives? They're not that bad, you know.
This
They're
isn't the
pretty
chocolate
good.
hour.
Can we have a favorite
can
sweet
have-
of the week?
Favorite sweet of the week, Haribo. It always will be Haribo. So
That
what?
sounded like that Harry Hill's TV burp when he
Exactly. So, have you got the question there, Hayden? I mean, I've got it here.
If you've got it, I can't
I've got
find it.
I've got it. Okay. So this week's I'm one of the clever people came from part-time Paul himself, where he asked
Paul.
part-time
Paul.
Paul, where he asked us the question: if we could have anyone on this show,
I'm going to tell him you told him that.
that's fine. He'll probably tell me to go do one anyway. If we could have anyone on this show from the gaming world, whether it is alive or dead, or a real life person working in the gaming world, or a character from a gaming
Oh, so no one
world,
like family.
No.
it has to be within the gaming world.
Oh,
or the gaming
okay, that
community.
makes me feel a bit bad.
So who? It's not like who would we have out of everybody on the show. It's just from a game, like a character, we can bring them to life, and we can have a chat with them, or
Oh,
if we wanted someone like a developer or publisher, we could, who would we be? So who would we have on the show?
I know Lewis is straight away. Oh, Ash. Oh, Ash. Hi, Ash.
Ash.
yeah,
No,
but I
Tom,
can make that happen. Like, that's actually doable.
Yeah, we know. We're just messing.
I'm going to try and think of something that would never work in a million years.
All right, then. So not only
My
that,
mom.
we've got so we got a list. Who would we have on the show? And then one question that we would ask them. So, Lou, have you got someone in mind you want to tell us, and as well as the question, or do you want to wait a minute?
No, can I go last?
You can go last. Hayden, have you got anyone in mind that you would like to bring on the show?
I'm gonna go simple. I want to bring the Master Chief onto the show.
You would bring Halo's Master Chief onto the show.
Yeah.
What would you
just to
ask?
mention
No.
Halo.
Can I take it back? No, that's
Yeah.
shit. That's shit. Can Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2.
Ooh, specifically Assassin's Creed 2.
Well,
Just
from
just
Same.
Ezio.
just Ezio in general. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not exactly a different person, is he?
So, what would be the question that you would ask Ezio if he was sat here with us right now?
Show me what you've got.
If I wasn't fat,
Show
would you
me
train
what
me to be an
you got.
assassin, please?
Ah,
Teach me how to be an assassin.
yeah,
please.
that's quite a good question, to be fair.
Yeah. Would you train me to be an assassin because you have an amazing fighting style? So
I mean, to be fair, what a question to ask, though. And what do you think his response would be?
no, you're
I'd have
fat.
to.
Oh, oh.
I think he would say, "What's that
Suck
word?"
this and I'll teach you.
No, he says something. Just keep talking shit.
What, when he's like, no, request the patches.
That's the one.
He was Googling that, wasn't he?
I was
He
trying to,
was.
because I don't speak Italian.
It's actually Latin, but we won't go there.
Close enough, close enough, close enough. Amazing. So Ezio, fair enough. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
Ezio.
that's quite a nice iconic character to have as well. A good question to ask him. So, Lou, do you want me to go, or do you want to?
You go.
Me go. Okay. So, I would ask Will Wright to come onto the show.
Who?
Will Wright. Now, anybody who doesn't know, Will Wright is the creator of The Sims and Spore.
Of course.
I know, boring. I know. Fuck you too.
I was right. I was right.
You said no. You said in regards to
Sims.
the masturbate.
Oh,
I'll bring up Sims.
I was right anyway.
You were right. Yeah, I suppose you could be right about this. Anyway, so I would bring on Will Wright and I would ask him what is his thoughts, considering he's the creator of it. Yeah, still alive. I would ask him what is his thoughts on The Sims 4, as well as their mindset of pushing all these different variety of DLC packs out, and just see what, because I just wondered if what he would think of the state of The Sims now, because you compare Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, and Sims 4, and they've kind of gone through a very weird transition, a transitional period of going something which could be labeled as lost its luster. So I would ask him what his mindset on that, and I've also got a second question, and I would ask him if he was making Spore today, what would he do differently now if he was, like, say, remaking it? Because obviously Spore was a very ambitious game. Don't know if either of you played Spore.
No, actually, I haven't.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think I did. It's when you make an alien creature, isn't it?
Yeah, so you make a creature and you take it through evolution. So you go from water to walking out of water to tribes to space. It's quite an ambitious game. But it flopped, and I'm curious to wonder his thoughts on why it flopped, as well as, and there's probably an interview out there, but I haven't really thought about this until we were asked the question. So I'd ask him, why does he think it flopped, and what would he do different if he was remaking that game today? So that was my answer to I'm one of the clever people.
Cool.
Lou is bored shitless after that.
Go on, Lou. Give us your answer.
I would talk to Dominic Santiago.
Who?
Dom from Gears of War.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'd say,
yeah.
who do you think you are killing yourself like that?
How dare you?
How fucking selfish are you? Your poor fucking brother had to sit there and watch you blow up. I would get into it. It turned into an argument. I might
I was
die.
about to say, it sounds like more of you just fucking giving him a ripping than a question, man.
It is a
Could you
question.
imagine, though? How
Why did you kill
dare
yourself?
you die like how you did? And he stands up like.
Do you think who do you think Stubbs would have on?
The guy from Yakuza or something like that?
No,
I think
he'd have
Edith.
Marcus Phoenix.
He'd have Edith Finch and ask what happened to her.
Wait, is that actually like something you never find out?
It's the title of the game. What happened to Edith Finch?
Yeah, but you would actually get to find out, right?
You find out the whole history of the story. Yeah, I think you do actually.
So then why would you need to get someone on to ask?
It's a fucking joke.
It was a shit joke.
You are. I don't fucking know. Shut up.
That's like me getting on fucking Tomb Raider and going, "Why did you become a Tomb Raider?
Bet you like
That's
the
like
fucking
getting the
Raider.
butler in, going,
Why did you kill
Why'd you put him in the fridge?
Why'd you put me in the freezer?
Actually, that would be a good one. I would have the butler
No,
and
she's
ask
not part of
him.
the gaming world. No.
What? The butler's totally part of the game world. I'd have the butler in and I'd ask him what
Oh, why did you put?
why did you let Lara put you in the fucking freezer all this time? As well as how are you still alive?
Just doing what I was told.
That was brilliant. Clip
The
that.
fucking amount of times I bet people have put that poor fucking butler in the bloody freezer. That poor bastard.
I might actually use my Streamladder to go through our lives and just clip shit.
That's what I want to do, but it's just very time consuming. So
I might give it a go. I might try tomorrow. No,
So,
I can't do it tomorrow.
So, Paul, there we go. Thank you for submitting your question to us, buddy. Everybody else, if you got a question to submit, let
got a
Lou, let
question.
Hayden, let me.
If you
let
could have
anybody
any
of us know.
character kill you, who would you choose?
Any
Has to
character
be a
from the
man.
game.
Has to be a man.
Ezio Auditore, because at least I
Why?
know I'll get a.
Why, man?
Because you're weird and perverted.
Because you like.
Is that directed at me?
That's connected to both of you.
Lollipop chainsaw lady. She sits on my face.
There we go. Suffocation. That's not a bad way to go. I'd have Lara Croft put me in
No,
the
I said
freezer.
no. I said no. But that
who
is
would
being
I-
remade, by the way, if you didn't know.
Lara Croft.
What?
Or lollipop, yeah, chainsaw thingy. If I had to pick somebody to kill me, I don't know, probably my truck on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
No, you can't choose that. It's not human.
All right, I choose the person driving it.
Harley Quinn from the Batman Arkham Knight series.
No, that's a woman.
It's a bit
You can't be
sexist.
perverted about it.
I'm not being perverted about it.
I
said
I'm talking like a
Ezio.
right.
I said
fine.
Ezio to
All right,
kill me.
fine. I pick Nemesis, Resident Evil 3.
You
Savage.
psycho. What's fucking wrong with you? That would be a horrible way to die. I would choose Steve from Minecraft.
I was not expecting that. Why?
Because it would just be because it would be like, oh, your head.
Fucking.
Also, I get killed with a diamond sword.
You did what with who?
He got killed with a diamond.
I get
sword.
killed with a diamond sword.
Oh,
Also, I've been stabbed with a diamond pickaxe in real life.
Alrighty then. So, questions aside, again, if you have anything that you want to shoot our way, please do. So, are we now transitioning into Lews Reviews?
Yes.
So,
Lou, you have 15 minutes towards the end till we've got to finish the show.
Now, if you go over,
we're doing masturbate.
You want
to do sit down to masturbate?
I was about to say, Lou,
it won't take me 15 minutes to talk about Ghost Runner.
Do you want to quickly just tell everyone where they can find it and whatnot?
Go on.
Yeah, so if you check out Life is Xbox, my latest review for Ghost Runner 2 is on there. The creators, like the people I met that were promoting the game 505 Games, love it. Absolutely. They've been telling me how well it's been done, like the fact that I'm actually very honest.
Lou has sent us screenshots. We can confirm that they have reached out to him.
And it's been really cool. So Ghost Runner 2, just to tell you what it is, takes place straight after the first one when you have basically defeated the Keymaster Mara and you are now seeing what's going on with the people of Dharma Tower. Now, in Dharma Tower, there is gangs, which everyone knows, the church and things like that, and how she had full control, but now they're not. She's not around. It's like mayhem. So Jack is back to basically calm down the tower. But if you watch the trailer, it shows another Ghost Runner to be revived. and his name is
Mhm.
Mitra. And it happens at the beginning of the game, so it's not really a spoiler. And you find out that there is a lot more to Mitra than you will ever expect, to the point where you are literally fighting more than you did in the first one. A bigger mission.
Okay.
It's a lot bigger. There's also a new mechanic for using a motorbike. You can have a different sword every time. You change the color of the sword, the way it looks, things like that, from what you've unlocked around the map. Same with your hands and the motorcycle. Um, it's a lot more difficult, and it's more creative now. So you choose the way you take out enemies. Like you get different paths you can take and things like that. And you have an upgrade system called an augmentation unit where you can upgrade your sword or upgrade your system, shuriken, and different skills and stuff like that. But it is a lot more difficult than the first one.
Okay. No, sounds good.
No,
And
no.
so yeah,
I would definitely recommend people to go out and read this. They can easily find it on which website, Lou?
Life is Xbox.
Life is Xbox.
Dot
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
EU.
.eu. Remember that. .eu, not UE, not .com, not .co.uk, not .org. .eu. I know someone out there is going to get it wrong. That's why I had to say it like that.
I can
Just go
pop
with
it
my
in the
Twitter. It's
description as
on
well.
there.
Perfect. It's going to be in the description. That's a lot easier for you, actually. Just scroll down. So there we go.
There we go.
That's another one of our new segments where Lou is going to give us a little highlight of other things, other projects he's been working on. So look out for more bits like that.
Lews Reviews.
Lews Reviews. Lews Reviews.
So, as you said, we've got time. We've got 10 minutes. Did you want to do?
Sit down to mass debate.
Yeah, okay.
I think I can
Yeah.
guess today.
Cool. So today's topic from
I think you should very quickly put context.
masturbation. Sorry, got one.
I think you should put in context on who's actually doing the debate
Yes,
and who's adjudicating.
True. I was going to get there. So
Apologies.
I'm going to be adjudicating today's masturbation.
Mass debate session.
Lou and Tom are going to be giving me their thoughts and their arguments towards the segment and what the questions shall be. Lou has decided to come up with the question for today, and he's made a strong case for it. So,
Wait, did I?
Did he?
yes,
I forgot.
the remakes.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
He's already
Yeah.
made a case. I remember him
No,
suggesting
a
it.
strong case for doing this question.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was already put his case through. I was like, fuck, I don't remember that.
No,
Carry on.
no. So, Lou's question is, what is the best remake and why? So, gentlemen, the case is yours. Opening statements, please. We'll go with Lou first. Lou can go first for once.
Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
It's a good one. It's a good one. An opening statement for it? Any reason why?
Game had so much work that they actually listened to the fans. If the fans didn't think the grass wasn't green enough, they changed it, showed what they did. They took advice from the fans. They made sure that it was what the game should have been. And that's why it's as good as it is now. The only thing that they did take away that they shouldn't have was fact, and you can tell because you can see it in some of the mechanics and the animation. Like when in Scorch, when the enemy's holding the slingshot, but he's holding it like a shotgun. Right? In the original it was a shotgun. But in this, it's a slingshot and he shoots it. He shoots it like a shotgun.
I didn't notice that, so that's really clever. That's a
And
really
the
nice
reason
thing
they
to pick up on.
removed it was because of the gun crime in America.
Yeah.
Which
you can't really go against that.
No,
no,
you can't.
but it's also like it's Spyro. there's GTA.
Good point. But I suppose the thing is that with it being Spyro,
Yeah, but they've got
it's
people
more.
running around with knives and bombs, and it's like that's 10 times worse.
Of course, the only thing which I think of for the reason for the change for that was that it's kids. It's more like kids and everything,
Yeah,
which
but they literally carrying like butcher knives and things like that.
maybe
In the
it's
same
because
level, you get a guy jump at you with a knife, a big fuck off knife,
maybe it was
that
because of the
stabs you.
recent like shootings and everything. That was
Yeah,
probably the
but
reason why they.
okay, what about in the UK, right? There's a knife
I'm
crime,
just
not a
I'm
gun
just
crime.
saying.
Or what if I'm offended by knives?
That's a fair point.
That's a fair point. Maybe you should get in touch with Activision and mention it.
No,
one
because
with
I
more
like
knives
them.
and Tom, what is your choice and opening statement?
All right. So earlier on when we did this, Lou sent a message in the chat saying, "How much do you bet he's gonna say? Was it a Sims game?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Was it a Sims game?
And Lou, can I ask you very quickly, what do you think is the game I chose for the best remake? He's thinking about this now.
Is it? It's a simulation. No, no. I feel like it's gonna be Sim 3.
Could be what?
No, that's not the answer I was gonna say. It's City Skylines, isn't it?
City Skylines Remastered.
Yep.
It's not.
Okay, then it's Sims.
Oh,
As far as I'm aware, there hasn't actually really been a remaster in The Sims, but it's not Sims.
Is it Roller Coaster Tycoon?
It's none of the Roller Coaster Tycoons.
Is it? Can you give me a clue?
There is multiple installations of this game. There's multiple installations in this series, I should say,
Why don't you just say like?
because I thought it'd be fun. But all right then. So
No,
my
no, no.
pick.
You don't tell me. I'm gonna guess it, but I need a like. Is it
and
like
this will be the
building?
end of the show.
Yeah,
Who
this
is
is the end.
guessing Tom's choice?
All right, what was the question you asked me there, Lou?
So is it building game?
No,
So is it a simulation?
no,
It's not a simulation.
no, it's not.
So it's not sim games. So why the hell have you got me fucking looking for sim games then?
Did I give him a hint that it's going to be a sim game?
Nope.
No, but you did say it's not Roller Coaster Tycoon.
It's not Roller Coaster Tycoon. Do you
Is
want me to
it
tell you?
one of the Resident Evils?
Yes,
And is it Resident Evil 2?
yes.
Ah,
He knows me so well, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so yes, I have chosen Resident Evil 2. I've got visuals. So I picked Resident Evil 2 as the best remake for the sake of this debate. It was then again, for a side note, I haven't actually had this proper sit down to think about the best remakes of all time. There's probably a massive debate that we could all do and a list that we can conjure
Yes.
up to come up with this. So this was something which was kind of off the cuff. And Resident Evil 2 was most definitely the one which stuck into my mind the most.
I was gonna choose that as well.
You know me
That'd
so
be
well,
awkward.
don't you? So, I mean, again, with Resident Evil, I've mentioned this beforehand how it was my first ever experience to the Resident Evil game. I've told the story about my sister's friend with a web foot, which I associate with Resident Evil 2. But the atmosphere of Resident Evil 2, the PlayStation 1, and how much fear and threat you feel was perfectly transitioned over into the remake. And in my personal opinion, it was done even on a better level than the original PlayStation 1. For example, the lighting, it's changed dramatically. I understand that there is limitations with the hardware from Resident Evil 2 compared to the remake. Of course, PlayStation 4 is a lot more powerful than PlayStation 1, for example. However, you are able to have much more darker games, such as like Silent Hill, which is also a PlayStation 1 game. Resident Evil 2 had a very similar aesthetic as Resident Evil 1, where it was just still very similar to like as in regards to tank controls, but the backgrounds themselves was pretty much pre-rendered images which the character walks around in. In Resident Evil 2 remake, it's more free flowy, it's more over the shoulder like Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. But the lighting has been dimmed down, and you are literally relying on just a single flashlight which is just up to the horror, up to the level of threat, and it has made just the simplest zombie just peering around the corner a lot more sinister and a lot more striking because of the environment and the setting that Capcom was able to build. So, and I feel like that has just captured the initial charm and raised the horror level to new limits, in my opinion. And that's why I'm saying the Resident Evil 2 is probably the best remake.
Very interesting. See, I have played Spyro and I have seen bits and pieces of Resi 2, but I can honestly say the fact that Resi 2 remake has completely changed and it looked shit scary. So I can completely agree with you there. Any key points you'd like to point across, Lou, for Spyro remakes to build your case a bit more?
Well, I wasn't a fan of the actors, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think Greg Berger should have been Hunter. That's just my opinion.
Was
he
he
the
the original?
Hunter?
Yeah, he was original.
Yeah.
Any reason why he wasn't in the remakes?
No, I don't know.
Fair enough.
They wanted to
that's a
go
shame,
with
really.
younger, I think.
Oh.
But the problem is he just wasn't Hunter, in my opinion. Sounded more like he was like supposed to be some kind of like pothead.
Oh, that
yes,
classic
I do
character.
remember now that he didn't sound right at all. It wasn't Hunter, I remembered throughout those as well.
It wasn't that childhood memory that I was hoping for with that one. But I think because they spent so long on it and they actually let the fans see what they were working on and like openingly showing, whereas Capcom doesn't do things like that. You get very lucky to see any information on the new games. I mean, they're working on Resident Evil Apocalypse, and we have no idea what it's going to look like. Whereas when Spyro was being made for months, man, I mean months, because I was following it, you saw videos and more videos and more videos, and we don't like this. Okay, we'll change it. Capcom wouldn't give a fuck if you said to them, I think tyrants should be more red in the eyes or some dumb shit like that. And they'll go,
I must admit,
don't care.
I must admit the fact that who made Spyro?
The original was Insomniac.
And the remake?
And if you want to know a little secret about it, if you go to Hurricanes, the one of the enemies is actually a tall guy wearing a hat, and he's holding a wrench, and he's wearing a jacket, and he's fixing a little robot that drives around.
Yep.
That is based on Ratchet and Clank.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Ratchet and Clank, yeah.
Yeah,
and
clever.
also you can see the Insomniac logo in one of the levels when you look at the moon.
So, who was doing the remaster? Who was the one that had the open door?
Toys for Bob.
Toys for Bob.
Most of the characters were named Bob.
Classic.
Like Bomo was changed to Bob. You had Bob Foreman. You had Bob.
Fuck me.
Bob here.
I like that.
Bob there. Every little Bob where.
Fuck me, old McBob had a farm.
That's funny.
Old McBob had a game. Yeah, no.
I must admit, that whole thing of where they listen to the audience is absolutely commendable. And it's probably the right way to do it, really. Because it gave the audience a lot more respect. However, when it comes to that type of game, especially being like a remaster, where I suppose with Spyro, similar with Crash, the trilogy as well, it was trying to reignite that nostalgia you'll get. So they're trying to get it right for an already established fan base. But with Resident Evil 2, and I know it's very similar with Apocalypse as well, it's a very different genre. So with Resident Evil 2 and other Resident Evils relying on the suspense, not knowing of what you're going to encounter, the fact that they have a bit more of a closed door way of marketing it, in my mind, works better for that game.
All very interesting points. And because of time, I'm going to wrap it up here. So, if that's okay with you, gents.
That's fine.
I've my personal opinion is I think they're both absolutely fantastic games. I've loved Spyro since I was a child, and I will play through the remakes over and over again if I'm really bored. The Resident Evil one is I've not played it, but I really want to, and I've really enjoyed how much they changed it from the original to the remake and gave it a brand new lease of life. Whereas Spyro was unfortunately was mostly just reskinned and using some of the old mechanics essentially. So for this debate, this mass debate, I'm gonna choose Tom as the winner.
Thank you very much.
As there was
But
a
I
bit
must-
more. But I'm not
yeah.
saying I don't hate Spyro. I love Spyro, but yeah, Resident Evil 2 jumps out at me
Wins.
more.
It wins this
Suck a
one.
dick,
Yeah.
Tom.
Oh, suck my ass cheek.
Just to
No.
point out there, by the way, guys, on CD keys, they're currently selling Spyro Reignited for $10.99.
There you
Like
go.
a digital
You're
code.
interested?
To be honest, I'm very tempted because I know on the PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 3 store, the original trilogy are actually on for sale. Not for sale. as
And
in, like,
Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition is £9.43.
Wow.
Very
There you
nice.
go.
And
If
Xbox.
you're interested in buying those two games after our debate, they are over on CD Keys for both £10.
But you know they both sold the same amount as well. 10 million copies.
Wow.
Ooh, we really chose two kind of equal
You
then, didn't we?
did, yeah.
They
Yeah,
both
definitely.
sold 10.
No, I think that was a very good masturbate session. So
Oh, no,
thank
no,
you
no,
guys.
no. Sorry, Spyro glided past 10 million sales, whereas Resident Evil 2 made 10 million sales.
Still similar numbers,
Yeah.
isn't it, really? So,
Either
Then
or.
again, I think it's a bit difficult because it's not the same kind of style.
It is
should
two
have been-
completely
Yeah.
I
different
think we should
genres.
have maybe gone with one with Silent Hill and another with Resident
To be
Evil.
fair, that's actually a
That'd have been
good
clever.
point. That's actually a good point. I think when it comes to these types of things, if it is like a one-on-one type thing, we
Like
should
if you done
probably.
Crash and Spyro.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Spyro
yeah,
always wins for me.
that would be a good debate.
No,
I mean,
Spyro
hell,
is such a better game than Crash, and that's just my personal opinion. If they
So-
made a Crash game like Spyro, it could do really well. It could do really, really well, but I don't think they've got that idea in their head yet.
You never know, Lou. You never know what may be coming around.
I can't see it. I just can't see it. They would have done it by now.
Soon. All right. Well,
Because it
ladies
would
and
be a
gentlemen,
brand
if
new
you
game. Like it wouldn't have, unless they redone like Mind Over Mutants or Crash Sanity and things like that. Now that was a good game.
Crash Twin Sanity, was it?
yeah, I think
Insanity?
so.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you liked the mass debate session that we just had, please give us your debate sessions. We can have 4-way mass debates, we can have 3-way mass debates, we can have 2-way mass debates. And if you want one of us to solo do a mass debate, then we can. Just send us in your topics that you would like for us to masturbate over. So, of course, Hayden's behind
He's
the
got
corner.
COVID and you're going to kill him.
It's
I'm actually
And then we're
clear,
going to have to
so-
get a new fucking co-host.
Hey, I'm
Stubbs.
actually clear. I was negative today, so
Yeah,
Stubbs,
well, you're
sorry,
turning
you're not-
red,
you're
so
not-
now you've got fucking allergies. You're allergic to Tom's bollocks.
I'm just getting over it still. I'm clear. I'm still dying.
Oh,
But yes.
Christ almighty, Lou.
Send your
So-
topics
Yes.
to the LOD perspective at gmail.com or
Or us personally.
us
Either or.
personally or below in the chat below.
Yes. So that was episode 4 of season 5 of the LOD Perspective. Lou, Hayden, have you got anything to say before we wrap it up?
I think it was a really good show, actually. We had the
should-
segments worked really well. I think
they did.
hopefully- I think hopefully people enjoy them and it
We
will
never
do
crashed our
well.
train.
No, we didn't. We really didn't, did we?
We done it without Paul. And he's
We
not going to say to us, what was that?
That is true.
We didn't talk about his I'm not going to
Body.
say it.
If you want to know what we spoke about on the episode that shall never be released,
We want
Send us
10,000.
send us
Likes.
money. Send us money and we'll give it to you for free.
I want you to all send
Free.
Paul.
free.
I want you
Send
all
us
to
money and we'll give it to you for free.
Stubbs, if you really want the episode out, I want you to send a picture of you putting your middle finger up at Paul and say in the video, fuck you, Paul. Give me my video, dickhead. and then we'll
Oh.
give it to you.
Oh, and Stubbs put a PS, suck my left ass cheek on it. Then we'll definitely release it.
And then Daz, you got to do the same, but you got to be more thorough.
And then Daz, you got to say right ass cheek.
There you go. There are the terms.
Yes. So it was a good show. Paul, it's a shame you couldn't be with us, matey, but of course, there's always next week. For Lou, Venomous AK, thank you ever so much for joining me. For Hayden, Sit Down to Game, thank you ever so much for joining me. I've been Tom Wild, and we shall see you on the
No,
next
I'm not
one.
finished.
Oh, fuck, he's carrying on. All right, then.
So I would like to just point out, guys, that I am now part of a big website. I am now part of Team
BG4G. I'm kidding, it's not coming back.
part of a team called Gamer Hub, which has been around for 15 years. It was established in 2009 with a total from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter of 97k followers.
Very nice.
That's just
Very
pretty
good.
mind-boggling, man.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, it
and-
gets more.
I am the writer and now lead video producer for this amazing group of people. So keep an eye out because there is going to be a lot of stuff coming out. A lot.
There you go.
A lot of reviews and just it's going to be amazing.
Lewis, you have our full support. We're very proud of you, buddy. And if there's anything that we can do to help you with this, let us know, matey. But I
Definitely.
guarantee that we, and of course all the one listener, are very proud of you. I'm kidding. We have more than one. We're all very proud of you, Lou, and you should be incredibly proud of yourself. This is a huge achievement that you have achieved, and it's all because of your hard work. And quite frankly, no one else deserves it more than you. So
I agree.
please, everyone,
I agree.
congratulate Lou whenever you can.
I mean, they have.
Congratulate him
I
again.
got. Well, it was crazy that they've been watching me for half a year, and then they went, "We need this kid on the team," and it was like I've never felt like I've been that good, and now I'm getting told that I am that good, and it was a real pick me up. You know what I mean? Especially on today of all days.
Exactly.
Of course.
And again, we're very happy for you, and it couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm not horrible to Paul. Not Paul. To Todd. We just have this banter where he's a dick.
And he's an absolute ass muncher. But don't forget
No,
about
I'm not allowed. I asked permission. They say no.
Okay. I was going to mention as well, Lewis, that we were planning on doing more reaction videos, weren't we? So there is a lot more content coming up.
So me and Tom tried once.
Sorry,
Didn't
Hayden,
go.
we've kind of
It's fine, don't worry.
So, and I would like to do it more with all of us because the sort of things I found is fucked up. And Tom doesn't like them. He hates them. He asks me so many questions, and then I ask him so many questions to the point where we're looking at each other like, I don't know if I want to sleep tonight.
Yeah, it was quite disturbing.
It's
what Lou and I
graphical,
watched.
very graphical, and it feels real. That's the worst part. It feels real, and you start to really question: is this a real fucking thing?
Because it's like, how can someone come up with this?
This doesn't look like something that was an accidental. Oh, do you know what? Let's make something that's gonna fuck with your heads. This sounds like something they've nicked off a fucking website that's like they shouldn't have been on.
Yeah, it does sound like it's based off realistic events, what the stories that
The
Lou and I have
pictures
watched.
as well. Oh,
Hayden, I'm telling you,
just
man,
keep
the
an
stuff
eye
that
out
we
because
watch.
me and Tom have decided we're gonna release the video.
Well, we did it beforehand, but because I'm an absolute goober, I didn't realize that I had the fucking microphone all the way down, as well as the rest of the audio. So you can.
I will be posting it on the YouTube and my YouTube and on TikTok. And,
As long as it's
Tom's...
only of you two and not the actual video, because that will get us banned.
No, I can. So I've been watching YouTubers do it, so I know
You can
that
blur out.
you can blur
Yeah,
out
and stuff.
things. Like there is some bits like
like pictures of.
he
of-
was hungry. No, I was hungry, and then I wasn't anymore.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, no,
I was
it's
like,
nothing.
I was gonna eat meat.
No, not
No, I
anymore.
don't fancy it.
Yeah, no, there was, yeah, it's quite a unique piece of content that Lou and I created. Um,
But we're also gonna react to stuff, not like,
yeah,
not weird stuff, not
probably
like,
probably
not
do
like screwdriver and two men, things like that. None of that shit.
Where did that come from?
I was expecting like more funny TikToks like we did for the last season.
If we do react videos with TikToks, that's great. I'll join in with that. But
Perfect.
But
that's
the
yeah.
analog horror is fucked up, but it's also very interesting because it will play with your mind and it makes you think, is this
Yeah.
a real thing? Like I started Googling shit
And
and then I
that
found out you could buy these pieces of, but it turns out these pictures are art and you can wear them on t-shirts. And I'm like,
so for those
why would
watching
you
on
want to wear a headless woman
for those what
or a jigsaw baby?
for those
Why would you
watching
want to wear a jigsaw baby?
for those watching on the YouTube, you can totally see the sheer concern on Lou's eyes. Anyway,
I would
so
walk around going, see this? This is a
No
murder
more,
scene.
no more, Lou. No more. Stop. Stop, please. Please.
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for joining us for the LOD Perspective, Season 5, Episode 4. I'm Tom Wild, joined by Hayden Sit Down to Game, and of course, Mr. Big Man, Big Time, Big Money, Lou Venomous
Big
AK.
money.
Big
It's
bollocks.
2K.
Thank you ever so
You're
much for
gonna
joining us
risk it
again.
all if you really wanna win big. Sorry.
Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.